My name is Brennan Van Vliet. This is a public service announcement explaining why I think Walden by Henry David Thoreau should remain on the recommended reading list for high school students. I personally did not find the book that interesting at first, but it gave me valuable points to live by. It soon became more of a life lesson than a story. Walden is one of those rare books that yields new insights no matter how many times one reads it. That was said by Richard J. Schneider from Wartburg College. I agree with him completely, and so do many others, because when Thoreau was alive, he wasn't a very popular author, but now he has gone down as one of the greatest in history. Thoreau was born on July 12, 1817 in Concord, Massachusetts. He went to the Concord Academy and at age 16 went to Harvard. Thoreau graduated from Harvard in 1837. He could have went to do law, business, teaching, or the clergy, but he decided to try teaching for a while. He soon resigned and decided to make pencils with his dad. He wrote his first book in 1849 called A Week on the Concord and Merrimack Rivers. In 1854, Walden was published, and 8 years later, on May 6, Thoreau died in Concord at age 45. The theme of this book is the value of simplicity. You can also argue that it is the importance of self-reliance, but either one works. The theme is the value of simplicity because throughout the entire book, Thoreau talks about the simplicities of life and how it is the right way to live. The main character in the book is, of course, Henry David Thoreau. He is a simple man who at age 28 built a cabin on Walden Pond in Concord, Massachusetts to get away from civilized life and write this book. In the first chapter, it says he is an environmentalist as well as a lover of solitude. Other important characters that Thoreau talks about are Ralph Waldo Emerson, Alex Therian, and John Field. Emerson is a poet as well as the leading figure of transcendentalism. He also owned the land that Thoreau built the cabin on. Alex Therian is a laborer who often works near Thoreau. John Field is a poor Irish laborer who lives on a farm just outside Concord. Thoreau refers to him as an honest, hard-working, but shiftless man. The major conflict in this book is that Thoreau resists the constraints of civilized American life. Thoreau uses some foreshadowing when he states that he has left Walden Pond, so that tells us he will go back to civilized life in the end. In the exposition, Thoreau emphasizes that living a simple life is important. In the rising action, Thoreau builds a cabin by Walden Pond and embraces the wilderness. The turning point of the book is when Thoreau lasts throughout the brutal winters and begins to feel spring come around the corner. In the falling action and resolution is that Thoreau finishes his work in the woods and returns to Concord, Massachusetts, and civilized life. There is just one last thing I would like to talk about, and that is the movie Dead Poets Society. It is a movie about a bunch of friends in an English class with a teacher who changes their lives. The teacher tells them about the Dead Poets Society, and it turns out that Thoreau was in the society. The teacher also tells them quotes that were said by Thoreau and others in the society. Here is one example quote from Thoreau in the movie that I thought was pretty good. "I went to the woods because I wanted to live deliberately. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life." Throughout this public service announcement, I have provided several examples as to why Walden by Henry David Thoreau should stay on the college reading list for high school students. I hope you will agree. Thank you for viewing.